Many of you have seen this picture already. You see that there's Meghan with her Cajuna hat.
I think that I've now, at 63 years old, suddenly owned that it's not a bad thing to speak your voice.
If it isn't two snakes fighting, because Meghan Markle's past is truly coming back to bite her in the butt. And I am here for it. I am here for it because, Meghan thinks that she can go through life spiting everybody.
But I obviously knew that they would end up in LA because that was Meghan's dream. Her dream was to be an A-lister, and she was unable to make it to those A-list parties.
Jeffrey Epstein was also Harvey Weinstein, very prominent. There were members. Meghan Markle was just one of the working girls for Soho House. Call girl, working girl, escort, whatever you want to call it. That's what she was.
They say every fairy tale has a beginning, but this one didn't begin with a prince, a smile, or even a date. It began in a velvet lounge behind a closed door with a woman who wasn't supposed to remember. For years, royal reporters sold us the sugar-coated version. Meghan met Harry through a mutual friend. Cute, clean, princess approved. But according to certain women who were actually in those rooms with no cameras, no titles, and no mercy, the matchmaking didn't start with Cupid. It started with strategy. And one person was watching every move. Not Harry, not the palace, not even Meghan's PR team. No, Sarah Ferguson. The Duchess no one takes seriously until she picks up the phone. Because Fergie didn't just see Meghan's rise, she claims she helped build it. And now, she's apparently ready to talk. So here's the question every PR team is terrified someone will finally answer. Was Meghan Markle introduced to the royal world or placed into it?
Meghan Markle was introduced by Sarah Ferguson to Prince Harry.
On the surface, this looks like a Netflix drama. Former actress marries a prince. Fairy tale blossoms. The Hollywood royal couple conquers America. But behind the palace curtains, it looks less like fairy tale and more like chess game. And guess who's sitting at the edge of the chessboard, smirking? Fergie. Red hair, red flags. The woman who was never supposed to survive the royal system, but somehow did. She lost her titles, she lost her footing, but she never lost one thing: receipts. Here's what insiders whisper. Meghan believed she could outrun the past, but Sarah Ferguson is the past. Wait, was Meghan's rise really engineered?
Never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authenticity.
Receipt number 1, the placement. Meghan didn't simply stumble into the royal orbit, she networked her way into it. Soho House wasn't just a fancy club, it was her launch pad, a place where conversations weren't casual, they were calculated. Where seats weren't requested, they were assigned. Some people go to parties, others get placed at them. But here's the thing, she wasn't moving alone.
Harry and Meghan kept tossing grenades, they didn't say anything, and Harry and Meghan looked unhinged.
Receipt number 2, the gatekeeper. His name? Marcus Anderson. To the public, he was just a friend. But to insiders at Soho House, he was something else entirely. They called him the one who places people where they need to be. He didn't just open doors, he assigned them. But he wasn't the only one.
Meghan Markle was introduced through Marcus Anderson to Sarah Ferguson.
Receipt number 3, the billionaire shadow. Enter Ron Burkle, billionaire, private jet collector, and quiet palace networker. He wasn't tweeting, posing, or chasing headlines. He was busy introducing Meghan to people whose names never appear on guest lists, but who always control them. And when a private plane is involved, love stories are rarely accidental, but it gets darker.
She'd been a Deal or No Deal girl. She was calling herself a model, and she was starring in a show Suits. She used to charge almost $30,000 per trip, which is why she was making good money. It wasn't on Suits, it was on her yachting trips.
Receipt number 4, the almost Andrew theory. Royal sources whisper that Meghan's sights weren't always on Harry. Before the Ginger Prince entered the picture, there were rumors, whispers about Andrew. No, not the fairy tale prince, the other one. If that's true, then Harry wasn't plan A, He was simply plan B with better Wi-Fi. But that wasn't the strangest part.
There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early.
Receipt number 5, the wedding guest list blackout. When Meghan's wedding guest list went public, something stood out. Certain names were missing. And not exes, not enemies, but people who knew too much. People who had been in the rooms before the romance. People who could tell the story before the fairy tale. And you don't block someone from your wedding unless you're afraid they'll talk louder than the vows. But that wasn't the strangest part.
It could be also happening that the royal family is saying, hey, if you put a book out about Meghan Markle and completely destroy everything and really tell the people how Meghan met Harry.
Cue the TikTok drama edits. Tweets exploding past 3 million views. Clips titled, "Was Meghan placed?" flooding every feed. One viral meme shows Marcus Anderson handing Meghan a golden invitation with the caption, "When your fairy godmother is actually a PR executive." Another comment on YouTube reads, "If this were a movie, we'd call it unrealistic." And the TikTok reply hits harder. The fact it's not a movie makes it worse. Would you believe her if you saw that clip? Comment below. And then the tone shifts. Because gossip is funny until it becomes strategic.
People that commit evil, people that do things that are immoral, they are always paranoid. Very, very paranoid.
Behind palace doors, uneasy silence. King Charles, cautious. Not because of Meghan, but because of Fergie and what else she knows. Prince William, unbothered, unaffected, unthreatened. He doesn't fear secrets because he doesn't have any connected to her. But Meghan, she has everything to lose. No title to protect her, no palace to defend her, and no silence left to hide behind. Suddenly, the survivor Duchess is holding the match. Hollywood loves a comeback, but they fear a woman with nothing left to lose. What happens when the woman who watched Meghan climb decides to pull her down?
And what Fergie is negotiating allegedly right now is a tell-all book, and that's what she's using to threaten the royal family. But you would think that it would only involve the royal family. Yes, it does, but it also involves Rachel Meghan Markle.
Because this isn't about one book, it's about credibility. If the origin story was staged, what else was edited? The age rumors, the yacht whispers, the pregnancies, the parenting choices, the media contracts. If they could rewrite the beginning, what stops them from rewriting the ending? Tiger Woods had text. Armie Hammer had screenshots. Meghan, she may have a witness, and that witness wears a red wig and a smile.
This is why one of the reasons the Queen loved you so much and you were so special to her. What did she mean to you?
Oh, she just, I think I was just myself with her. And I was allowed to be myself with her, which is such a joy.
So here we are. One duchess chasing silence, one duchess selling secrets, and one royal question. Was Meghan introduced to Harry or delivered? Now it's your turn. If this were a Netflix plot, would you believe it? And if you love your scandal served cold, subscribe, because this story hasn't even started burning yet.